On August 11th, I was admitted to ICU. I had gotten viral meningitis, 104-degree fever, had to get a spinal tap. I came home, I really fought to get out of the hospital. Ultimately, the painkillers were stripped away, and then I really felt bad. Like, I realized how bad I felt. I didn't really know because of that. At least that was like keeping me going. I was driving home one day, took the long way home because I wanted to drive, and I pulled off at a liquor store and I grabbed a couple of minis of vodkas and just drank those on the way home. That turned into doing it another day, and then 3 days a week. Then it was 3 minis, then it was 100 proof vodka, and I was drinking at home. I was hiding bottles of alcohol from my wife. Our credit card debt was racking up. I didn't want my wife to see the alcohol that I was buying, so I would put it on the credit card, and I was absolutely killing myself and started to tear my family apart. Obviously, I drank to numb pain and to medicate, and it caused a lot of problems, mainly with my wife. Basically would say nasty things, I would say threatening things, just hurtful, spiteful things that I would never say sober or do. And my wife told me during this time that she would pray that I didn't make it home because I was making life so hard on her. And I get it. Like, I don't blame her for that. I was losing my family. December 3rd of 2016, had a terrible night, drank way too much, came home and was violent. I didn't hit her, my kids, or anything like that, thank God. I'm not saying I was beyond that, but I was angry, hitting things. I remember slamming my forearm into a column in our household, and plaster from the ceiling was falling down. I was just mad at life. I didn't really want to live anymore because I couldn't feel good anymore, right? Because alcohol is what made me feel good, but I felt terrible. And I was like, screw this, it's just not worth it. And so I was like, I'm gonna blow up my life and lose everything. Got kicked out of my house, and the whole thing just destroyed me. It destroyed me to start thinking about legacy and how I wanted my daughters to grow up. My 2 daughters, even through my alcoholism and everything, I mean, you know, they're very important to me. I always wanted to be a great dad, and not having them was incredibly tough. I made the decision that I wasn't going to drink again. I was angry at God before because I couldn't feel good, and just angry at life. And then I'm angry that I'm not normal, like that I can't just drink like a normal person. And that was very frustrating to me. I cussed out God many times for it, because I was like, why did you make me this way? I hate the way I am. Like, I don't want to be this way. And so crying one day, driving home, I literally heard this voice, maybe not audible, but it was something like, you don't realize how talented I've made you. And it was almost like a joke, but I decided right there that I was just going to start saying yes to opportunities. Just through a situation and through starting to get sober a few weeks in, I decided to jump into Facebook and learn paid advertising in Facebook's Business Manager. And it was part of that saying yes to just trying everything. There was an opportunity to do that. So I started pursuing this and saying yes. And I started working a crazy amount of hours. And if I wasn't working, I was studying this stuff or being with my family. That started to grow, and I got really good at it. That progressed into starting to consult with companies. So now it went from working full-time, trying to find whatever sort of income I could, to consulting with organizations. And my consulting business started growing and becoming bigger than my full-time position. As I started to get sober, one thing I said to myself was like, you've got to be authentic in all of this. So the tattoos, I'd always hide them, right? I'd wear the button down, never roll the sleeve up too high, try to be very business. Once I started to get sober, I was like, I am who God made me, and I'm going to be who God made me. I don't have to have everyone like me. There's the story of the talents, right? Gives the one gentleman 10 talents, 5, 1. I might have 2, I don't know. Maybe I only have 1 talent, right? But it was like, okay, this is your talent, start using this. That business just grew to now where I'm running my own agency. And it all came from, like, I sat on my deathbed, ICU, sick, didn't matter, let me die, I wanna die. Take my girls away from me, I'm gonna fight. I decided that they were my why, and they deserved an amazing life because I had given them a horrible life, especially my wife. And then I was gonna give back. Like, this is my story, but this is a story of anyone who, no matter where you're at, the decision is yours. Everything starts and ends at your mindset. I found my why, and that's why I say 2016 was the worst year of my life. Like, it was absolutely, like, I could not wait to see it go, but it turned into the best year of my life because it was the moment that I stood up and I said, like, not anymore. And I know that sounds cheesy or cliche, but like, I said it and I did it. And it's made all the difference.